What would have been funny?
You started it with, oh, you did. Hey, Reseller Clickbait Podcast, episode 25.
Here we are again. Jimmy Old School Flips, Ken SSKPromo, another episode of the reseller
Wait,
clickbait
you s-
podcast with nothing to talk about today at
No,
all.
I have zero things on my notepad, but 25 episodes. Man, that's almost like 2 dozen.
That's
We're,
almost like a quarter of 100.
yes,
Wait, it
almost
is
half a hundred,
half a 100.
which is, again, why we don't do math
We don't do math.
on this show. Man, I'm having a good day, Jimmy. I don't know why. I
Do
woke
tell.
up. I woke up in a good mood.
Oh yeah.
And just ever since I got up, I got a shower, got ready. I was listening to, well, whenever I get ready, like in the morning or when I'm working, I listen to music a
What
lot.
do you listen to while you're in the shower? That's what you want to tell us right now.
Well, what I listened to today was Christmas music. Merry Christmas, Jimmy. It was, I put on my Christmas playlist.
You're opening up
'Cause-
a big can of worms for the comments right now.
Why is that?
Because there's people that hate Christmas music too early, and there's people that don't mind it.
I love
But I
Christmas
feel like
music.
it's a little too early.
I love Christmas music all day long. Here, see how that got started was I have like I listen to music through the Amazon Music, and
Mhm.
I have a playlist like when you like songs and it makes a like a My Likes playlist. And so I just tell it to shuffle My Likes playlist and it on the Everywhere group, and it plays on all of my echoes all over the house. And I have a few Christmas songs in my playlist, in my regular normal likes playlist.
Gotcha.
So the first song that started was a Christmas song, and I woke up with a bounce in my step, and that even put a more festive bounce
How many
in
times a
my.
day does that play Neil Diamond for you?
There is actually zero Neil Diamond. I think I'm banned from that from Jill. She's the one that hates the Neil Diamond. I hate sing along songs. Ba ba ba. You know, give me a
That's why,
break.
for everybody, that's why I tagged him in all the sing along songs when I was in Vegas, because I knew how much he loved those. So, what Christmas song was playing?
It was a song by it was White Christmas, but it was a song by a band Home Free. They're like an a cappella group. They had won a show Sing Off here a few years ago, and it was but it made me smile and made me a little more festive. So well, plus it's cold, and it actually was like spitting snow yesterday
Oh
here.
boy.
And it was just, it didn't cover the ground or anything, but just enough to make it
That
cold.
sounds awful. Well, I woke up in a bad mood.
It was. You woke up in a bad mood.
Yeah, because I don't know how to work TikTok. But
Okay.
I uploaded a video to it yesterday, probably at 7 p.m.
Okay.
And for some reason it was processing forever. And
Okay.
I tried to get it to get done processing, and it wouldn't process. So I was like, whatever, I'm just gonna leave it on processing and I'm gonna go to bed.
Yeah.
And it's a video that I edited up myself, trying to have a little bit of fun with TikTok, taking some of my old YouTube footage and
Okay.
moving it to short format on TikTok.
Yeah.
And I woke up in the morning and I was like, oh, look, 99 plus notifications on TikTok.
All thumbs down. Every single one
Every
of them.
single one of them was a thumbs down and a nasty comment. It was actually pretty crazy. Like so it was a video game haul that I shared
Yeah.
from this last summer, my best video game haul ever. And man, people, I mean, I don't care, but the people at TikTok let me have it.
Yeah. They crack you up with their comments. Oh, you lowballed that lady.
Yeah,
It's like, how do I don't understand. How does someone think that you lowballed somebody that gave you the price?
Yeah, and
I
I
seen
gave
that
her
video.
more than she asked.
Yeah. Yeah.
So there's more details of that video. So she brought out a couple more things. I gave her $20 for the couple more things. And then I gave her an extra $20 on top of that just because.
Yeah.
So I ended up paying $140 for everything. It was a great deal. There's no question. I'm not going to try to deny that. I got a
Oh,
really
sure.
smoking deal, but she was so happy with the price. I was like, okay.
But let me ask you this. Are you in this job to make other people happy or to make
Not at all.
the Jimmy Camo family happy? The old
Well,
school
just
Flips
Jim,
family.
just me, not the
Yes.
family so much. Not trying to make any of them happy. I like it when they're miserable. No, no, one of the best comments was, "Look at all these hourly pay associates telling this guy how to run his business," or something like that. I thought that was pretty good.
Yeah, the comments are classic on a lot of that stuff.
Yeah, I mean, like, this is the first one where, like, there were so many comments when I woke up. I was like, I don't even have time to even
Yeah.
okay. Because I think it got like 30,000 views overnight. It's at 60,000 now, which for me is really good. And yeah, the comments are still coming in to this minute. And for the most part, I've ignored them. Couple people defending me, couple nice people, couple.
Yeah.
But man, like, there's a lot of people with a lot of hate out there. They're just angry.
Yeah. I don't
And
know.
but
So
you know
when
the thing I was thinking about the most about it, and I'm going to
what's
interrupt
that?
you right now. No, the
Go
thing
ahead.
it is at the end of the day, TikTok is a platform where people want to get their 2 cents in.
Yeah.
That's
Mhm.
what's happening. Like, they feel like they have to put their 2 cents in.
Yeah.
I can live with that. I'm just gonna ignore them, though, and roll with it, because at the end of the day, I'm having fun making these little videos. I just made another one tonight, and it's doing pretty good. And I'm just gonna do that every day. I'm gonna chop up a YouTube video and throw it on
That's
there and see what
cool.
happens.
That's cool. Yeah, ignore the comments or just
Yeah, yeah.
enjoy the ignorance, I guess, of others. And
You know
so
what?
when you saw all those other comments, you said you woke up in a bad with a bad, nasty disposition. As I see you doing most days, Jimmy. You wake
For
up, you're
sure,
just
yeah.
like,
I wake up angry. I wake up yelling. I yell at the neighbors right out the window first thing every day. Yeah.
but did that help your disposition?
What, the negative comments?
No, that you got all of the views,
Oh, yeah, I was
all
at
of
the
the likes
no, actually, I was really
and
happy because I
stuff.
was like, "Man," like, I got over 100 new followers from
Yeah,
that little burst. Got a bunch actually did get a lot of likes. It was funny, my I told my son about it, and
yeah.
he went over there and he started reading the comments, and he was getting all mad. But then he started laughing. He's like, someone asked, because the lady's barefoot, someone asked, "Did she sell her shoes too?" So he got a real kick out of that. He thought that was funny. So yeah, I mean, TikTok is what it is. I put it on Instagram, and I actually am putting it on my Facebook and on my new
New
YouTube channel
yes, what is
as
that?
as a short, old school resale,
Old school
and it's helped
resale.
that a lot too. I think I've gotten over 10 new subs, and it's gotten 2 videos have gotten over 6,000 views. So I'm gonna keep adding them there too to try to grow that channel.
See, this is proof that making videos and posting them
And see how good we
gets
are. I about
you
holding you accountable. Ken
I
has not put out a single video in 2
well,
days, 3 days, and I only messaged him once to see if he's
one
gonna do
time.
it.
So how am I supposed to be held accountable if you don't
'Cause you just,
peel
like,
my
he did send me a
ex
book as to why.
a book?
As to why he didn't put out a video. I had to thumb through it, and, like, it was on my phone, and I was still thumbing through it, like,
It's had to get you one of those
I was
Kindle
all
White pages.
like
No, that wasn't an excuse. Hey,
I didn't say
now,
excuse, I said reason. I definitely believe there's a difference
but
between
it
excuses and
sounded
reasons.
like excuse when you said it. I see.
No.
Now, for those of you that are just listening, Jimmy put in air quotes reason. He kind of held
Reason.
up his reason for. No, I don't have a reason, but I have been making efforts towards that. I got a bunch of video downloaded. I got it all categorized. I got it all
Oh,
cataloged
check you out.
so that I know this. Now, some of it may feature you, Jim, not feature you, but that was Route 30 videos,
Oh yeah, yeah.
127 stuff. So you might catch a glimpse of Jimmy and those when I start to put those out. And as we talked before, I have an issue with I overanalyze stuff.
Yes,
I
you do.
try to make things perfect. I try to get the whole idea together before I start rather than just starting and
Yeah. How many
doing it.
people have you had a conversation with about creating content since
This
the
week,
since the video came out and we talked about it? You've had multiple conversations about
four,
doing, huh?
four
4. Okay.
other people.
And what of all of them, what's the consensus? Because I know it's a consensus on what you should do.
There is a consensus. The consensus is just do it.
I believe
Just
there might be an
just,
F-bomb right there.
just F and do it. Some of the people didn't say that. You know,
So oh, I'm sorry.
my my grandmother didn't say just because I talk to all the important people, about making videos. My grandmother, my mother,
I gotcha.
my dentist had an opinion
Hmm.
on what I should
What
do.
did Jill say? I think she commented.
She
what-
did. She did comment, and yeah, she's a big supporter and wanting me to do this because she feels that I have it in me and that I will be. It would help if I'd have had that page up with the comments because see, I didn't even have comments of the week
We gotta have a
written on my
comment of the
board,
week.
and so I'm gonna pull that up while we're talking. But
It's so
I
bad
talked
'cause
to.
I'm the one that's supposed to reply to all the comments on our channel.
I replied to a
terrible at it.
School flips it.
well. Oh, you heard that
Hey.
come up in the
I heard you.
background. But yeah, Jill's a big supporter because she knows that I can do it and wants me to get some videos out there. And I'm working at. I am going to have something out
2024.
2024 because 2023 is going to be a bad year. We're just going to skip that one.
Yeah.
But I talked to a few other YouTube content creators.
Yeah.
Just a couple of questions and a little somebody from the actually from that was topics or comments of the week was friend Aaron Rebel Junk,
Yeah.
who makes content, has a live on Wednesdays, and she said she put me to the challenge. She'll make some content, some new content. If I make content,
There you go.
what's the first topic?
Content challenge.
And I thought, reselling might be a good topic to
Actually,
do.
the first topic is ripping someone off buying all their video games for a very low dollar amount.
Or yes, that's I
the
don't
first
have
topic.
any videos like that. Can I borrow some of your stuff? And because what I need a little extra hate in my life. Because I'm a positive guy. I try to, and so I need to put out a few TikToks so I can get knocked down to size because I do have that overinflated dog mentality, that delusion of grandeur. But I did message a little bit with Erin, and she asked me about my motivation for doing the videos, from watching last week's show, and about accountability and such. And so that was cool. So, and I talked with Ray, Nashville Flippers, and some other folks. What?
It's just funny because you got to make the video, man. I know how much you like to talk about doing it.
I know.
And I know
I
you
do.
enjoy every single one of those conversations.
Man, and I have
I gotta
these
start
ideas.
messaging people to tell him, stop talking to me. You could be editing a video.
The ideas that when I get, I know I keep promising this, but when I get going, whoo, man, it's gonna be. And see, I should have did that today because I was in such a good mood. Like I said, I worked on. I got some listing stuff done. I did some research on some other items for drafts.
Watch this. Watch this. Watch this. I want and watch. There will be. He's really good. There will be no direct answer to this or direct. Like he won't watch.
I'm gonna stare directly into the camera
around this,
so I don't flinch.
I want a date of your first short video being dropped.
How? Okay, let me. let me. Can I ask a question?
You get 3 questions.
I only need one.
All right, 1 question.
Does it have to be short? Can it be a long form? Can it be? Can it be
Well,
a
that would
TikTok
be
or a short or?
it can
And
okay.
I
I
need to
only
put out
said
video content.
well, short format is TikTok, Instagram Reels,
Yeah.
and YouTube Shorts. If
Okay.
you made one of those videos, you could put it on all 3 platforms.
Okay.
I thought that's what
Wow.
you said you were gonna start doing.
Great for money.
So,
Well, when I
that's the
started
only reason I said that. If you wanna make a long format, go for it. I didn't expect that.
going through all that video content that I had, and I
Uh-huh.
was like, man, this shit's gold. Wait, this stuff's gold right here.
Yeah.
Because, I had some pretty good finds. I had some good pickups. I had some funny moments. And
Do
so,
a Route 36. Do a route, or a 127 wouldn't be bad right now because that's some of the guys that were out there that were recording just recently put some of those
yeah,
videos out.
I have to look through and see what I can pick up there from my videos for something good. But okay, let me see. What is today? We're recording on
The 19th.
Wednesday, the 19th. Wednesday, the 19th. This
I
show
thought
comes
for
out
sure you
on.
skated around it, man.
I'm not.
You're
I'm
you're
looking.
halfway around the rink right now.
I'm I'm gonna go for the offsides penalty and want to go in the box for 2 minutes. No, I'm looking at a calendar right now. Okay. Let's say,
Let's keep it in the single digits, huh?
yeah,
The
I
days
am.
away.
Okay. Let's say within 3 days. I'm shooting for Friday the 21st. I'll have some sort of content out there.
All right.
It may not be gold, but it's going to be something out there. The 21st, 22nd, somewhere around 21st, 22nd,
You guys heard it here. Oh,
Friday,
wait, no, this
Saturday.
will be out after that. So,
Yeah, so all
for
these
those
people
of you
will be
listening,
enjoying
this
hopefully
video already
multiple
exists.
videos. This
There should
video
be
is out there. I'm going to predict at least 15,000 views.
well, it all depends on where you
Hey,
put it in the
I'd go for 15 views. I'll have at least 15 views and at least 26 thumbs down on that video
people
because
thumbs down without even watching it. Yeah, that makes sense. It actually makes perfect
that
sense.
could happen. No, but I am working towards. I said this last week. I need to get past myself. But as I've been looking at this stuff, the ideas just start to flow, and I have like a million great idea. I have an idea for a little shorts, kind of like almost like a series of shorts to
That'd be
start doing.
great.
That would be
Yeah.
good TikTok stuff. That would be and getting some of that out there. And so I appreciate the encouragement that I am getting from folks. Some other comments from last week's show, and people that have contacted me on the side and just, hey, just do it. That's the
Yeah.
thing. That is the underlying of. So there's a lesson for everyone else
I
out
think
there.
Nike said it best when they said, "Just do it."
Is that what that was them?
I think it was them.
And here I thought it was you the whole time, and I thought this guy's a genius. Short,
I
sweet.
miss
Oh, hey,
you
look at
talking
this
about
right
my
here.
height and how nice I am, or
Look at this right here. Let's see if these will stay on my face.
oh, for those of you listening, he's put on a disguise outfit,
Yeah.
the generic disguise with glasses and a big nose and some bushy eyebrows.
The big
It's like
nose and glasses. I need vindication from 2 weeks ago on the Monday night draft. This was one of my picks for best costume. This is a classic right here. If people are cracking up right now when they're
yeah,
watching,
great.
no?
I watched some of last night, or it was Sunday nights,
Yes.
and it was the movies. We were not on there, by the way. We were
Yeah.
not the special guests. Oh, and by the way, I saw Carrie and Dave are going to be on there for the best fast food. That should be amazing.
That is going to be a classic
But I was
episode.
dumbfounded by some of the movies that were being picked. I was just like, what is happening here? Where's all the classics?
It's what my list, because I had prepared a list because I thought, that we were going to be on there. And no, there was just kind of a miscommunication with your travel plan and such like that, getting back from
Yeah.
Vegas and whatever. But it was a great show with Shay MD Picker and TJ Lovelady were on there. And it was a fun show. But the the movies, I think they were deep
This is what
cuts
happens
in
when it's a
the
bunch of young people picking. They
yeah,
don't
they
know
need.
the good one, the good classics.
Where was the Nightmare on Elm Street?
I
From
thought the
Freddy
exact
Krueger.
same thing.
Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
It's not. I'll tell my son this, who's 18, all the time. I'm like, it's not a good horror movie or scary movie if it's not poor acting, cheesy effect. I mean, the cheesiest of effects. And
How are we not the number one reseller podcast then, Jimmy? Doesn't that relate across genres?
It's actually pretty scary what we're doing here. So we could fall into that category. So and I tell them, like, you have to take it for that. Like, if you go into them expecting great acting and expecting great CGI or special effects back in the day, you're going to be highly disappointed. But if you go into it expecting the cheese factor, they're actually great movies.
Yeah.
And Nightmare on Elm Street for me is at the top, right up there with Child's Play for the cheese and bad acting, but just a great movie. Yeah.
I would agree.
Was Child's Play on their list?
Child's Play was on there.
Okay,
yes.
Good.
I think Paul picked that one.
And then Paul picked Scream 2. Like,
yeah. Well, he had a good explanation for that.
He had never seen Scream. I mean,
it's a movie that he had seen, and so I can understand that choice, not basing on something you had.
Paul.
How about Ernest Scared Stupid or whatever? Ernest Saves Halloween or whatever the heck that movie was. Know what I mean, Vern?
I mean, that's now that doesn't count for what I just said with the bad acting and the cheesy effects on it, because it's just bad.
That's what it was supposed to be. I didn't see, Rocky Horror Picture Show, which is not necessarily I mean, it is. It's a mystery, kind of a Halloween scary, but from
I didn't see Frozen up there. That movie scares the crap out of me.
It's terrifying.
No, I don't want to build a snowman. People.
Let it go. Let it go.
Stuff of nightmares.
But it was a fun show. Nonetheless, the guests, were good. Shay and TJ and
did you tell us your list?
I didn't. Let me see. I don't have it. I had
you had a list. Oh, you lost
Rocky Horror on there. I had those classics. Friday the 13th. The Halloween movie. The oh shoot, what's the one with Pinhead?
Boom. Now I can't. Yeah. I know exactly. They're gonna tell us down below, because
yeah, I'm gonna look it up because it's always great to Google right in the middle of the podcast.
I'm gonna be mad when I hear it.
It's Hellraiser.
Dang it.
Yeah, Hellraiser was on my list. And then a few B movies. Well, I Spit on Your Grave was another terrifying movie. Shriek of the Mutilated. That was one of the real cheesy B type movies that was just horrible. Silent Night, Deadly Night. Did you ever see that one?
No.
That was it was basically Santa Claus going around killing folks. It was here's a fun fact about that. That was the first rated R movie that I actually saw, like, on my own. I was underage, back in the day, probably when you had to be like 17 to see a rated R movie. I think I was probably 16. My cousins worked at the movie theater, and I used to get in free to see all the movies. Well, that was out. I wanted to go see it. The manager at the time, she's like, well, you're not underage, but fortunately, she used to work with my mother, so I had to call my mother from the studio, let her talk to the or from the studio
From
and
the
let her
yeah,
talk
yeah, I guess.
to the manager of the theater and see if I could get permission to go see Silent Night, Deadly Night, and it was
Awful.
terrifying. It was but after that, then that would like open the floodgates. I got to see everything without permission, and that was cool. I used to go to the theater like shoot almost every day. It was cool. I actually have my own bowl and my own cup behind the concession stand, and I
Yeah.
would just
They
go in
had your
and
name on it and everything, huh?
fill up with popcorn and most of the time I watched the movies, I would go upstairs into the projection booth, and I would sit in whichever, theater's projection booth and watch, all the movies and just
So
have
I got a
fun up
question then.
there.
A
Yes.
scary movie question.
Yes.
What is the scariest movie you've ever seen? That you consider to be the most not like what is the movie that you consider to be the
Uh,
scariest movie you've ever seen?
wow,
Silence.
that's a
The
yeah,
ca
that's a
Dead Air.
that's a good question.
Me and my son were talking about this earlier. That's
Because
why it could have been a
there's
movie that affected you when you were well, you said you didn't see a lot of scary movies when you were younger.
now I didn't watch it. It's not a genre that really jumps out to me. Or that I've watched a lot of. Oh,
Yeah.
I should say my buddy and I used to when we were younger, we used to go to the video store and rent scary movies like every week, but they were all those B type of
Yeah, yeah,
ones
yeah.
that were so
'Cause
cheesy.
it's hard to say a movie that actually scared me. Like,
Yeah.
Halloween doesn't scare me. Friday the 13th doesn't scare me. Nightmare
Yeah.
on Elm Street was a little bit scary when I was a kid. But they don't when I watch them now, like, there's nothing scary about them.
Yeah.
So, like, The Conjuring scared me a little bit.
Okay.
When I
I
remember being a teenager and The Exorcist scared the crap out of me. Like, and, like, The
yeah, it's
Shining. The
yeah,
Shining has moments that are really just scary, right?
that are weird. Yeah, I can't think
Can't think
of
of a movie
one
that
that
actually
that
scared you.
well, one of the ones I think probably it was situational that scared me. The Blair Witch Project,
Yep.
which was one of the ones that was on the list. I remember we saw that there was an old drive-in theater that hadn't been running for a little bit, but behind the drive-in theater was a big woods,
Yeah, that would be scary.
and a company that came in and they did a haunted woods, but they also showed you for the price of admission. They showed Blair Witch Project on the
And then go
drive-in
play in the
theater
woods.
screen,
No, thank you.
and then after the movie was over, the the haunted trail or whatever back through the woods opened up, and so that's probably one because that was just a weird, odd movie
Yeah, yeah.
in itself, and so I would probably say one that was, I guess, scary. Like say, I don't get scared that much, but it was just not. It
Right.
gave you an odd feeling and really heightened the scare factor of the haunted woods or the haunted trail that they had.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Uh,
Yeah, for
so
sure. I
that
mean, I
was a good
remember
time.
that movie I saw in the movie theater. I mean, it definitely one time only, it was a little bit scary. Like, if you watch it again, it's like, whatever. Like, now,
Yeah.
it's not scary at all. But the very first time I saw it and trying to figure out what was going on and stuff, it was scary. A movie that scared me that it's not a very popular movie and it's not talked a lot about, but it had some of the best jump scares I've ever seen
Okay.
is What Lies Beneath. Have you ever seen that?
I have
With
not.
Harrison Ford and Michelle Pfeiffer, I believe.
Okay.
It's a couple and they move into a house and it's haunted. Man, me and Sonia went and
I,
saw that at the theater and She was pregnant at the time. Matter of fact, that's how old it is, and she almost had to leave because the jump scares were getting her. That movie in the theater in the dark, man, and some of those jump scares,
Yeah.
they were pretty good. If you ever want to get some good jump scares in, turn off the lights, watch that movie in the dark, turn up the volume. I think it'll get you. I mean, it definitely got me.
I will have to check it out. We need to save some of these topics though, Jimmy. We're going to be doing, we talked about this last week, going to be doing some live shows.
Yeah, the tour, right?
Coming up,
Big
the
tour.
the holiday tour, holiday live tour.
When are we? Do we even have a guest for the? We do have guests for the first.
We do have guests for the first show.
When is the first show going to be?
Well, let's look
Bring
at
up
that.
a calendar right now, huh?
Yeah, let's look at that. Well, it should probably be next week, sometime. I would think.
Right.
Well, we usually record on Wednesday nights. You want to do the live? Is Wednesday a good night to do? Thursday, Friday, Saturday? What do you think?
Wait, we're discussing. This is perfect that we're figuring this out while recording the podcast. This is how me and Ken work. We have no idea what we're doing. Did we want to? This is great. This is a little insight. Do we want to still record the podcast and then have the live on a separate night?
I think
we're gonna have, so that week will be 2 episodes. Like we'll have the live and still the podcast.
Yeah, I think that
I don't like the idea of having because we'll be recording. Gotcha.
So the live will be the podcast.
I was thinking Friday, but we could be busy on a Friday before Halloween.
Okay, Friday the 28th.
I don't know if we want to do that because that's right before Halloween and stuff.
Okay, you want to do it? You want to do Thursday the 27th for the live? Is Thursday's a good night to do?
No.
Okay.
Because I'm usually on Sunny's channel.
Aha.
Let's just do Wednesday, like you said, the 26th.
Okay.
I think that'll be good.
So this episode will come out Monday the 24th, the one we're currently recording.
Yep.
And so look for us Wednesday night. We're going to throw out some
now. 2 days from now.
We will be live with special guests, and this show on the holiday live tour will be obviously talking about all things Halloween, traditions, candies, movies, haunted houses.
Your best costume ever. Your worst costume ever.
First dates. There's a little teaser right there.
Oh boy.
So that's all I got to say about that.
Archives, huh? Gonna break out the black and white photos. Oh god.
But let's do it. Wednesday the 26th. About what time is a good time to go live?
I don't know. Do you want? Well, we can't. We could ask the comments.
Yeah, throw it out in the comments.
Obviously, in the evening.
Well, you know what? These comments won't come out until Monday or Tuesday.
We'll have to adjust quickly.
We're gonna throw some teasers out.
I'm gonna say 7 o'clock my time. Is 9 o'clock Eastern too late?
No,
on a Wednesday. It's kind of late on a Wednesday.
Okay.
That's why.
Yeah.
I don't know what time we should pick.
This is just gripping audio for.
This is so much fun for everybody listening.
This is like secret behind the scenes.
Down below telling us what time, and we're not going to listen because we're going to make a time right now before this airs.
We're going to put out one of them fun countdown calendars.
Let's do 6:30, 8:30 Eastern.
8:30 Eastern.
Give us that extra half hour before it starts to feel late.
Yes, agreed. People are done with dinner. They're looking for something to
this group needs a decision maker, and I'm going to be the decision maker.
Okay, so Wednesday the 26th.
8:30 Eastern.
The first of at least 4 holiday live tours from the Reseller Clickbait podcast will be coming out.
And we're going to be looking for guests for the other holidays. So if you guys are content creators, we're looking for content creators. If you're a content creator and you want to be a guest, message either myself, Old School Flips, or Ken SSKPromo on Instagram. No promises, but right
Yeah,
now we don't have any guests lined up. So
we might have some different spots. People come in, in and out.
yeah,
We're going to have that interact with that live chat, and it's going to be fun. I'm excited, and we're just basically talking about those holidays. So
yeah.
this will be kind of a Thanksgiving topic that we need guests for, and
And then a
the
Christmas
next one.
one, and it'll
And
be around the holiday that we're talking about. It'll
yeah,
be around Thanksgiving. It'll be around, and then we'll have one around New Year's.
and then that's right, because last week you're coming to my house for Thanksgiving dinner, right? You said
Yeah, that's right.
you're going to be there, and so
Oh man, I'm gonna have to fly from Arizona to Ohio.
oh,
It's gonna
you're
be
going to be
rough.
in Arizona on
I've
Thanksgiving.
decided to go. It'll be around. It'll be the week of Thanksgiving, but the weekend before Thanksgiving and part of the
Okay.
week. But we won't stay all the way till Thanksgiving.
Okay.
Um. So Sonia. Long story long. So Sonia
Okay.
bought a ticket to go visit her grandmother in Virginia, like a couple weeks before COVID hit,
Okay.
and had to cancel the flight.
Okay.
And she's literally been sitting on this credit to fly since then.
For like 2
And they
years
told
now.
her she has to use it by the end of this year.
Okay.
And we just can't find time to get to Virginia. When we do go to Virginia, though, we'll be staying right where Mr. Commonwealth lives. That's where Sonia's family's from. I
Hint.
spent a summer out there where he's at. So we will make it out there, Kevin, if you're listening. Eventually, we will make it out to that area out there by Lynchburg.
Well, we're 36 minutes into the show, Jimmy. Kevin's not listening at
Yeah,
this
he's not
point.
listening
We
at all,
should
but
did that. We should go back and edit this part into like the
well,
first, say,
I told
4
you I was gonna
minutes
make
of
a
the show.
long story long, so that's why I'm doing
Okay.
all this.
There we go.
So back to the credit. So Sonia had to use that credit to, to fly somewhere, and we always
Yes.
go to Arizona in November.
Okay.
I wasn't gonna go this year because I just got back from Vegas,
Yeah.
and literally in 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 3 weeks. Wait, no, it's longer than that. No, a month.
Yeah.
In a month, we'll be going. Man, see, I need to look at a calendar. Wait,
We're
yeah,
not good at
in
mapping.
just
Okay.
right around a month, we'll be going to
Sometime in November.
Arizona
Yeah.
again. And so I wasn't gonna go. I was not gonna
Okay.
go, but I've decided she's gonna fly out. I'm gonna drive out because
Okay.
this is where kind of a little thing we can talk about. This is where the creator stuff you start thinking about being a
Yeah.
creator. And when I recorded my video for YouTube today, I was like, man, I don't have a lot of yard sale footage anymore. I don't have it stacked up like some creators that have been doing this for a long time. So, and yard sales are dying down in Colorado. So I was like, man,
Yes.
I want to go to Arizona and I want to go to a lot of yard sales and I want to record a lot of video so I can come back and hopefully, 4 or 5 videos
Hopefully
to edit when I get back.
finally come up with something interesting.
Yeah, which I don't. Actually, that's the whole point of my channel is it's nothing interesting at all. It's what I do best.
Kind of like this episode of the podcast. It's
Listen
just
to this guy that won't
random.
even create a video talking trash about my content. He doesn't even create a single video, and he's gonna talk smack about my content. This guy over here making all these characters for our show, but he can't make a character for his own dang.
Oh, I've got a new character that I'm going to introduce.
Well, let's see.
Well, I don't have him ready yet, but I have a new character. See, because I'm getting bored with these guys right here. Because these are my friends, Fleet Frank and his ghost outfit, and Commonwealth Hudson, and old screen clips back, and that's Big Derp right there. That's Big a whole difference. Big Derp. That's a whole difference. Oh, speaking of Ernie Hudson, the Quantum Leap is getting good. I tell you, that new series is getting good.
Where's it streaming at? Like Peacock or something like that?
I don't know because I DVR it, but man, have I ever mentioned that I just love Ernie Hudson? I think he's
You mentioned that once.
The actor of our generation. Ernie Hudson is probably.
That's
I mean,
debatable, but I'll go with it.
some people might say, Tom Hanks. He's done a couple of things, but that
Which
Ernie
generation are
Hudson,
we talking about right now?
ours. Like,
Ours.
wait, oh, we're probably. Are we in the same generation, Jimmy?
I don't know.
I don't
How
know.
do you determine that?
I think
I
my
think you're 10
generation.
years ahead of me.
I think my generation is like when they talk about like the Bronze Age and the Iron Age. I think I don't come into these Generation
Right.
Z
I don't feel like maybe we are, but I don't feel like it. I feel like
because you feel older than me, or
no, I feel like
that
I don't feel like you're older than me physically, but some of your
some of my references that I make.
well, and some of the things you're what's the word? I suck at words. Like the things you do every year for holidays and stuff.
My
Your
traditions.
traditions are a little
Yes.
older than mine.
Yes. I'm a very traditional guy. And hey, you know when's going to be a good time to find out about those? On the Holiday Live Tour.
The holiday, hey, look at that.
We're going to be talking about
Little shout
traditions.
out to the holiday.
We're going to
Ooh, I gotta
be.
make thumbnails. I gotta make thumbnails before we go.
You've got to make a thumbnail for this coming week.
Before the live too.
I always tell you,
Yeah.
I can help with that.
Well, if you want to make it, go ahead.
I'll make that. Well, okay, we'll see.
You got
Well,
the colors and the font lined up. You're the one that gave them to me. You're the one that stole Trash to Cash colors and gave them to me, and then threw me under the bus and got me in the trouble. Carrie yelled at me while I was in Vegas about that. Matter of fact, he said, "I know you stole our colors."
And you can see how that's helping us, by stealing your. People are mistaking our show constantly for the Trash to Cash podcast. So anyway, I'm getting festive.
Reseller, Let's Do Lunch podcast.
Yes,
We're changing our name too.
Hey, Jimmy and I are going to start.
We're stealing everything.
That's the only way we're gonna get reseller. Let's Do Lunch clickbait.
The clickbait. How could we mix that in? Let's do clickbait podcast. No, that doesn't make sense either.
Let's clickbait lunch. Wait.
Let's clickbait lunch. No.
How about the reseller lunch bait podcast?
There you go. Reseller lunch bait. That sounds awful. That's like if you're gonna eat fish for lunch, you have to have bait to catch the fish so you can eat lunch. It makes sense. That works. Yeah, I mean, that's all we can do to have any kind of success is steal logo colors, logo names, and then blame Jimmy.
And then that'll
What are you looking up right now?
Huh?
Are you trying
to? What do you make you think I was looking something up? Just because I was looking over here and you could hear me clicking.
Monitors up top here.
Actually, I was trying to think of the name of the person that's in the Wendy's commercial because I was going to throw out that we call it like the Reggie Bush Biggie number 5 bag or whatever. But
no, that's just
that wouldn't have been
now we're gonna have a Reggie Bush character added to the show next week. Good night. I can just see it now.
Hey, but you should watch that new Quantum Leap. It's good.
Yeah. I don't record it. Can you record on YouTube TV? I don't know.
That's a good question.
That's what I have.
Anybody that has YouTube TV, you might be able to.
I haven't tried to record on there, and I don't know where it's streaming, so I don't even know if I have an option to watch it because I don't have Peacock.
I was thinking, though, we should probably hold off on the new names of the because this might be the last episode.
Again, we're fighting again, or what happened?
Well, we will be because I faced Jimmy.
Oh yeah, we got
first time this week in the Fantasy Football League, and fourth down. Send in the picker. And I'm gonna just crush him. I'm gonna talk smack. I've noticed in the league, each week I reach out to everybody I play against, with a little bit of, hashtag smack talk, just I'm getting nothing. This is
Listen,
these guys take their fantasy football as serious as they take their
does it
their
really count though?
reselling.
When we started this and Ken
Yes.
was getting his draft board ready, and
Yes.
he's like asking me stuff like, "Is Emmitt Smith still in the league? Is Tony Gonzalez still playing for the Chiefs?"
What
Like,
position does
he's
Metal
bringing
Lark
that much
Lemon
up, and
play?
then he's gonna start talking trash about how his team is projected to kick my team's butt because my team is completely injured, wiped out.
Hey,
I'm playing bench. Like, I'm playing the bench of the bench players
you picked
starting
them.
this week. No, I
Now, I
didn't. I
want to
didn't pick
defend
any of these
myself.
guys. My
Now,
guys are hurt.
I did not ask you for one player recommendation. I asked you how like the interface, how the online the draft
Yeah.
works and
Yeah,
stuff like
sure,
that.
sure, you're right. Yeah, that
Now,
sounds great.
the only player advice that I got from Jimmy,
You didn't listen to it all.
I did,
Oh, yeah,
and
yeah.
now I want that player back.
Here we
And
go. Let's see.
and
We
so
still have a good player.
every week we go through. So I'm gonna tear Jimmy a new posterior
Yeah.
this
What did you
weekend.
do? What
So
did you do on my advice? Who did you drop? Nobody knows who he is. So this is where the kill ends. Nobody's listening, especially when you try to say his name. Everybody, you're gonna hear everybody's gonna say who at the exact same time. Like it's
I traded a tight end,
yeah.
Njoku from
What's his name again? Everybody.
Njoku.
What's his first name?
Um, I don't know. Let me
You
look.
don't know his first name? Oh,
Just
he
a
is actually
second.
doing pretty good. He's 6th ranked tight end.
Yeah, he's like
He had
six in the
one
league.
good game though, and that's why. Everything else is trash.
David Njoku plays for the Cleveland Browns. I drafted him because I'm a homer. I was drafting
Picked
a
a play
home team,
Homer, he picked a player from his favorite team, the Browns, who
and
are awful.
that they are. They don't have much of a chance. But that's one thing that's cool that I've been finding out in the fantasy football is that that's not all about winning and losing. It's about scoring those
Yeah,
fantasy
for sure.
points. So you can root for a team. So I did lose this week by 1 point,
Yeah.
and
I lost
I had a
too, so we both
chance.
lost.
I had a chance.
Eckler, the
Uh,
Broncos.
Austin Eckler, I mean, he had a good game. He had good numbers, but I'm going to blame this week's game though on my defense. I had Cincinnati's defense, and they zero.
Yeah.
Goose egg. They couldn't score 1 point.
Well, who were they going against?
Well,
this is going to bore everybody. Let's
I
not
don't know.
talk
Yeah,
about fantasy football
we don't care
too
about that.
much.
Here's
So I
what
told
we'll
him
say.
to drop a player. No, I didn't even tell him to drop the player. But I said if you have one expandable player on your roster, it's that guy because he has literally done nothing in fantasy football for the last 5 years.
Now he's a number
And then
6,
this year
better
he's
than
having
both
a
of my guys.
decent
That's
year.
because the situation from the Browns.
The
But
situation.
so we'll run through some the league tightened up a lot this week.
Yep.
And we got a whole host. We got 6 guys of 4-2. We got John Cincinnati Trash Pandas. We got Jimmy Old School Flips. We've got Carrie Las Vegas Plus Shipping, SSKPromo. We got the AM Pickers Mike Death Pile Injury Report, and Tim the Young and the Sweatless.
All at 4-2.
All at 4-2. 6
All
guys out of a
tied at the
12-man
top.
league. It is.
That
and
would
then
be the playoffs right now if season ended because there's 6 teams in the playoffs.
Yes. And which is my goal. And my first year at fantasy football, I want to make the playoffs.
Well,
and so
I would hope.
And we've got at 3-3 now, 3 teams at 3-3. So this is a really tight.
Yeah, it's not good. It's not good for one of us who loses next week.
Ray Nashville, INAD. We've got Chris Cajun Reseller, who was the only guy in the league so far that actually had some fun back and forth with my trash talk. We had a little bit of back and forth back when I played him. And we got Eric OBX Tecmo Masters at 3-3. Joe Deal's coming in at 2-4, holding down that third place spot by himself. The comeback still loading is Dustin at 1-5, and poor Cernock.
He has a good team too, man.
He has a great team.
So
I
frustrating.
understand that at 0-6 and
He has 3 running backs that I want. I want all 3 of his running backs.
it's
Yeah, it's been fun. The league has been fun. It's definitely, the teams that started off hot are starting to lose some games, and vice versa.
yes. Now you're getting into those bye weeks that teams are having and having to switch up. But yeah, not everybody wants to hear about fantasy football. I've been enjoying it. I love all the resellers. That's kind of why we talk about it, is because some of these other resellers that are in the league, everybody watches and knows and has fun with it. So
this gives us an excuse to mention the Cincinnati Picker, if we're being honest.
That's true.
That's the only reason we're doing it. It's fun.
John Cincinnati Picker.
John Cincinnati Picker is in our fantasy football league, guys.
Yes,
that's right.
We know him. We've met him.
Heard that first.
That's right.
Or second or third or something like that.
We're like this.
We're like best good friends. Matter of fact, he's replacing Ken on the shows coming soon.
Hey, he's going to be one of these characters back here. Maybe Cincinnati Big Dirt right here. That's
actually. You got a Reds hat?
I do. I have some for sale.
Spoiler alert on the next character. Oh gosh, that's great.
Cincinnati Big Dirt. That's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Hey, look at this cool shirt.
Happy Halloween.
Yeah, Jill made that shirt.
You're already in Christmas, so why are you celebrating Halloween?
Well, I had this. I was gonna
Christmas songs in the morning.
It was great. I was festive all day. I listened to Christmas tunes. I just, like I say, all together, it was a great day. I ended up, I took a little bit of a nap after I worked, which was cool. Nice. It was great to, rather than making video content, I decided to take a little bit of a nap.
I'm not talking to you for like 2 weeks now. You took a nap instead of I edited 2 videos today, bud.
I didn't sleep for like 3 hours. That's I laid down for like maybe 30 minutes or so.
I edited 2 videos. I went to the thrift. I stood in line at the pharmacy for 45 minutes just to find out my prescription wasn't ready. And I did all this stuff, and you took a nap.
Hashtag choices.
Hashtag for the win. I got you.
And I had a great dinner. It was
so this is let's recap Ken's day. He woke up singing Christmas music.
I didn't wake up singing Christmas music.
He frolicked in the snow. He took a nap, and he had a fun dinner.
Yeah.
And he came up with a new mascot for the show. That's Ken's day.
Pretty much. Well, we forgot about listing on eBay and Facebook Marketplace, and
you did, huh?
Researching some, like, doing drafts and stuff, researching some other items, and what else did I do? I don't know what else I did. I had to do shipping. I got my shipping done, and I took it, out to the post office and stuff like that. So I did.
Right. I did some work,
and I came in, and it was cold in my house, and it's like, warm up. I'm gonna go lay in bed for a few under the covers. I took a 30-minute nap. I think everybody can relate to that. Every now and then, you get re-energized with a nap.
I got you, man. I got you.
Because we had.
I'm not gonna lie. I didn't find time to list today. I'm pretty upset with myself. I'm gonna go list after we're done recording. Actually,
Jimmy is already getting his frustration worked up about losing to me on fantasy football this coming week. So by the time this comes out on Monday, but we're looking forward to seeing everybody in the live chats on Wednesday, the 26th at, what did we say, 8:30 Eastern time. So we look forward to seeing you there. You got anything else, Jimmy?
No, I'm looking forward to kicking your butt this weekend, and I'll see you on Wednesday.
All right. Have a good night.
Are we ending the show? You gonna do your like?
Oh, wait.
You have like this professional ending, and you're just like, you know what? You're so mad at me right now. You're not even gonna do it. Let's hear it. Hey everyone, thank you so much for joining us this week. We'll see you next week on the Reseller Clickbait Podcast.